In the movie, there was a scene where Jerry is trying to talk Eazy out of having Suge Knight unalived. Do you know if that was true? Do you know if Eazy really wanted to get rid of Suge Knight in that way?
I heard. I can't verify. I heard that it was a thought. It was a thought between some of the boys in Compton and some of the Latino boys. There was possibilities of making it happen. But again, you don't need that kind of suspicion. And that's what happens when you have an old dog. I call them old dogs. An old dog on your team to look out for you. They don't let you do stupid shit. Okay? They don't let you do stupid shit. You know, what do you say? You're making $10 million a month and you want to go out and kill somebody? Dude, does that really make sense? You know? So you don't even want that on your conscience. You don't even want that on your spirit. And again, that is one of the things of having an old dude on your team, because youngsters, man, let's go fire, let's go blaze him up, and worry about the consequences later. Trying to cover up from SBU or whatever the case from the detectives. Why we gonna play that game? Because we probably ain't gonna win no way.
Brad7 says, I was in a meeting in Encino. It's a TV series script going around about 3 rap CEOs and one who sampled Lonzo. I made it a point for them to reach out to you because they're going to have to use that song. Okay. Good looking out, Rad.
Sampled my song?
It sounds like it's in production now, so they're going to be getting in touch with you, from what I understand from his message.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, let me know if I'm correct or not, Rad7. Keep it coming with that.
Good looking out, Rad7. I know you got my number. My number everywhere.
There you go.
I'm easy to find. Bring a check when they come. Don't even think about it. Bring a check. Bring the book. We'll figure out what numbers we're gonna get once we get over there. But that's usually the problem right there, man. People, here's one thing about social media that can be detrimental. Is that the more I talk, the more I do interviews, the more they think they know about me. They don't know shit still. They still don't know shit. But I'm just saying, they will assume, just like it's Straight Outta Compton, they'd rather fake it, go to YouTube, whatever the case may be. And that's just, people trying to skim off the budget. Authenticity means nothing to them. Or, the true story means nothing. It's just a matter of, hey, man, we can get by with this right here. So let's do this. As opposed to having something that has a lot more authenticity or have a more real appeal, they'd rather just put some bullshit together, especially if they ain't being written by black folks. And no offense to white writers, but they've been doing this shit for decades. Keep it 100. They did this to Sanford and Son, did this to Jefferson's. It's like, we write it, we live it, you write it, y'all make the money. That's bullshit. Call me with a check.
Yep. So last week we talked about someone who was left out of the movie that had a much bigger impact behind the scenes than the public probably knows about. We talked about Arabian Prince. So kind of elaborating on that, is it safe to say that N.W.A. wouldn't be N.W.A. if Arabian Prince didn't help them with the equipment?
Would not happen. Arabian Prince pretty much was the bridge between my house and Audio Achievements. He had the same thing I did. He was always a tech guy. He was always in the equipment. So when they needed equipment, they went to Arabian Prince. He had all the drum machines, the keyboards. They were able to make things happen. He knew how to work the stuff too. He ain't no dummy. So he was that bridge between my house and Audio Achievements.
Let's talk about that, Lonzo. Nowadays, you can get a home studio, all the bells and whistles, microphone, headphones, programs, this and that. Probably $500, $600, $700, $800, under $1,000. But can you explain how expensive it was back in the 80s for certain equipment, DJ equipment? I mean, records, headphones, even. This is 1980s money we're talking.
Of all the equipment that has been used in DJs, one thing that's never been cheap, and that's fucking 1,200 turntables. Them motherfuckers have been $350, $400 ever since they came out. They haven't gone up much more that I know of. I haven't bought one in quite some time, but they were about $350, $400 forever. Okay, and as time progressed, they still don't drop in price. You can use it. You can use $1,200 for 10 years and still get $300 for them a piece. Okay, Now everybody has various controllers that they prefer, and all of them do the same thing, but some of them do the same thing differently. The new ones with Serato, they'll let you drop out the bass and give you stems that let you do remixes, and that's all cool and dandy if you got time to do that kind of stuff. The speakers, I think, is probably the biggest improvement because you don't have to carry them big ass 7 Vegas around no more. You know, you get to carry some nice little small speakers and still get a nice little rumble on some bass based on what you're dealing with. So that makes a big difference in your health wise and weight wise. And the fact that you don't have to carry 12, 20, 15, 20 crates of records around is another plus. So the technology has been there to make things happen. Turntables, expensive. Mixers were kind of cheap back then. I mean, depending on what you wanted. You can get a good mixer for $300, okay? Back in the day. And that was a good new mark. Then they started, having with the EQs, or then you start getting into the Rollins, and it was another one I had, cost me $1,100. It was a bad son of a gun, but it got stolen. So I mean, it depends on how much bragging rights you want to have, and that's what it boils down to. Because one thing about records, they all go around. Needles have to hit the record for it to go around. Now you can have all that equipment and can't play dead if you was in a coffin in a graveyard. All right, and this is where a lot of people make their mistakes. And our DJs, I know I'm changing the subject for a second. You have the baddest turntables, the baddest mixer, a bunch of records, and you still suck. You can't buy that game. You can't buy the DJ game. You can't buy it. And that's what a lot of guys think they can do. That's why you see so much shit on OfferUp or other sites, because you thought because you had a bunch of records or somebody gave you a hard drive full of songs that that makes you a DJ. No, that makes you a motherfucker with a bunch of songs. Okay? It's like, you got a refrigerator full of food and a stove and the spices. You still can't cook. You just a fool with a bunch of meat and a bunch of spices and a stove. You still can't cook. Now, take the same person who all they may have was some ground beef and a stove, and they'll work a miracle with that something if you know what you're doing. And that's the difference. Most cats think you can buy certain games. People think they can just, I spent this much money on my amps and this much money on this, or I bought some golf clubs that cost me $4,000. You still can't play. Give it that money cost. You can't play. I'm a pool shooter. I love shooting pool. Cats come to the pool hall with these goddamn maple sticks, diamond encrusted sticks, and they can't do nothing. They can't do shit. Nigga, you beat them with a house cue. It ain't about the equipment. It's about the equipment operator.